Hi everyone, Alice Scott of the Scott Team with Long and Foster. I am here with Mac of McCormack's Big Whiskey Grill and multiple restaurants.
Sure.
And but we're here in the Big Whiskey Grill with all these fabulous bottles behind us to just talk about a little bit about his location here at Regency Mall and the Tuckahoe area and his restaurant. So Mac, thank you so much for taking a few minutes here. I do have to say, I just had a fabulous lunch here. So if you haven't been, you need to come out here. And when you think Big Whiskey Grill, I thought, meats, burgers, and the brisket I did have was phenomenal. But tell me a little bit more of your menu because it is much more than that.
Well, we actually try to cater to everybody. We have some seafood dishes and some chicken dishes, but then we also have a very extensive vegetarian menu.
Mm-hmm.
We try to make sure no matter how you like to eat that we can accommodate it.
Yes, and I'm also gluten intolerant, so he had many options for that. He had keto. He's like, I can do this keto. So I was really impressed with that. I definitely need to try the fisherman's stew another time and all kinds of stuff. And a whole side of the menu was vegetarian. So that was a big surprise for me, which I really appreciated. So thank you.
Absolutely.
From all of us who have to eat certain things, thank you for doing that.
No problem.
So how long have you been at this location?
We've been over 5 years here.
What made you pick Regency Mall?
I live about 2 miles from here, and there's really not a lot of good places to eat to me out here that satisfied my taste. Too many chains and sports bars. Right. Awesome. And so I felt like if I was feeling this way, then a lot of the other people that lived out here might feel this way, and I thought it would be a good chance to bring in a different kind of clientele.
Okay. Well, I think you've probably done that. Yeah. So we're glad that you're still here and growing with the mall. Because for those of you who may not have been to Regency Mall lately, it looks different now, and it'll look very different in the next 12 months or so. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with the mall and what you all are doing with it?
So we're actually moving our location 200 feet east. Not very excited about the construction, but excited about the new space. And that's going to give us a front patio so we can have outside seating and just change the setup of our layout a little bit. And then what's going into where we are is actually 2 more restaurants.
Oh, wow.
And so they're going to be very different than the ones we have. And I think the 3 of us together on this side of the mall will create kind of a dining alley. And there's going to be outdoor spaces out here. And I believe they're still putting the rooftop deck on top of this location.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was
I
my
hadn't heard
idea.
about that.
We're not going to be able to use it, but
Right.
it should be fun that we'll have that out here.
Yeah, definitely. So 200 feet is probably as difficult to move as if you were going 2,000 miles, probably. So
I think so.
Good luck. I know that's going to take up a lot of your time in the next couple months.
It certainly will.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, so you said you live in the neighborhood too.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you enjoy doing in Tuckahoe besides working? You probably work most of the time, so I don't know how much time you have to enjoy other things.
Actually, kind of like there's a lot of like hidden gem green spots in the area. I could walk to Bandy Park from my house, and I go there with my dogs a lot. But also, I don't even know what it's called, but there's this trail that kind of starts around Bandy Park and it goes down around the Country Club of Virginia, and it can take you all the way down to the river at Huguenot Bridge. I found it on accident years ago, and I constantly do this. Like it's like nature hiking in the middle of the city. It's so strange. There's a lot of.
I'm gonna have to go look for that trail. I know Bandy Park, but I haven't found that trail.
It's really weird.
Does it go through University of Richmond too?
It does.
Which is always a nice spot too. I think to go for a walk by the lake or
absolutely sit next to the Japanese bridge that's over there.
Yeah, I know. I love doing that. My son always likes to go over there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, great. Well, now for some fun stories. You have been in the restaurant business for how long?
Since I was 15. So
you don't have to tell us your age unless you want to.
36 years.
36 years. Okay. So what are some of the strangest requests that you've gotten from customers or funny stories? You got to tell us a funny story. Maybe here.
Actually, I have a great one from here. Our name, McCormack's. There's a chain called McCormack and Schmidt's.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
The couple came in here the other day and had a coupon for McCormack and Schmidt's, which is a seafood restaurant, and we told them that we couldn't do the deal that they had on this coupon because that's not our restaurant. And they said, well, you should honor it anyway. And I was like, but that's not the same restaurant. And
Right.
they got very obstinate and rude to the server, and rude to me. And I was doing the best I could to appease them, but
Yeah.
it's the idea that we should have to
Because you have a similar name.
yeah, it's not even spelled the same.
Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty funny. I mean, some of the things that come through are strange. And,
Yeah.
it's funny after the fact, but you have to try to be very nice and respectful to people as they're yelling at you
Right.
that you're not the restaurant they thought they were.
Yes, yes. We're both in service industries,
Yes.
and you never know what's
really
going to
don't ever
happen. Yeah. Although I think it makes every day different. Makes it a little interesting, right?
Yeah.
People keep it interesting.
When Terry McAuliffe was running for governor years ago, we did a private thing in the fan restaurant as a fundraiser for him. And one of the people that was there, it's a very small, like 20 people, bought Terry McAuliffe a shot of whiskey. Terry McAuliffe, I don't think, drinks whiskey. So he bought him a 30-year Macallan, which a bottle of that is $4,700. And
Oh, my.
4 of it is
A lot.
like $700. And the gentleman brought it over to Terry. Terry didn't know what to do with it because he didn't drink whiskey and plucked it down like it was a shot of Jameson. One sip and got it over with, and then chased it with a beer because he likes beer.
Right.
And I was astounded. I've never seen anybody.
Shoot $700 like that.
Yes. And
That's more of a sipper, right?
and I was about to say something, and the guy that bought it was like gave me that face, like don't say anything.
Right.
And that. So you never know what you're going to see when you're in the restaurant business. That was a really funny
Yeah.
thing to think after the fact. I was like, wow.
Right.
That's my car payment.
Right. That just went like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, who else? You said Terry McAuliffe. That's he's a big name. Have you had any fun celebrity sightings? I'm sure you've had.
Yeah, we've had all kinds of people come through. Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Oh, yeah.
come through, and
At this one or band?
he's been in both.
Mhm.
And Slayer, which two extremes, and I mean, I can't think of the actor's name, but the lead actor from Turn, the TV show. At the fan one in particular, he lived like a block from there. So for 4 years straight, he was
a
constantly
regular.
in and out of there. And really nice. Jamie, I don't remember his last name, but
That's all right. Nice guy.
we've had tons of people come through. But one of the guys that came through, I recognized him, but I didn't know his his actor name. And I just thought I knew him.
Yeah.
But he was actually one of the actors from one of the Batman movies. And that's why I knew him. I was like, later I was like,
I've
oh my
seen
gosh.
that movie a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt kind of stupid because I was talking to him like I knew him.
Right. He probably didn't mind.
No.
He probably preferred that over, kind of fawning over him as an actor.
Yes.
Just knew him as a person. That's very cool. Awesome.
You never know. I mean, there's been a lot of others. I just don't think about them that often.
Yeah.
We never get online and go, oh, guess who was just at the
Right.
restaurant?
You don't have the Wall of Fame
No,
or
I
something
think
like
that
some
makes
places
them
do.
uncomfortable because then they don't want to come back.
Yeah.
So they feel like you're telling everybody that they're coming there. So
Right.
we never publicize with some famous folks.
Yeah. But after the fact, we can talk.
Oh yeah, yours after it's different.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's very fun. So you've been in the business a long time. You've got 3 restaurants now in Richmond.
Yes.
What was your very first restaurant that you opened?
Well, the first place I opened was not actually a restaurant. It was, legally for ABC purposes, we are a restaurant because we had to be, but it was really just a cheesy college bar called Trademarks.
Okay.
And,
Where was that? In
Shaka
Tuckahoe?
Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time that we owned it, it was the busiest bar in Richmond. I was 23 years old when I owned it. And, I wasn't trying to stay in this business at the time. I was just enjoying myself
Right.
and putting myself through college.
Yeah.
So I think I was the only junior in college that owned a bar.
Bar. Hey, that's pretty good. You're an entrepreneur from a young age.
Yeah. Really just, I'm stubborn.
Right. Was the pub in Shaka Bottom the next one, or?
It was.
Okay.
I actually had a fallout with my partners over there, and I realized that I wasn't getting paid like I should, and the main partner of the place used my schooling as an excuse, and he said I wasn't doing enough, even though I worked more than anybody that work there, and I said fine. So I went around the corner and I signed a lease of my pub and openly competed against my own bar and put it out of business in 6 months. It was pretty funny.
There you have it. Don't cross him.
I wasn't mean about it. I just, all they had to do was pay me, and I'd probably
Free market?
I'd be a doctor now. I wouldn't own a restaurant.
Right. Free market capitalism,
Yeah.
right? That's too funny. Wow. So then the one in the fan?
Yes.
And now here.
Yes.
So any plans or goals for a future, another restaurant in the future? Or?
I've been debating on putting one of these in Southside, just because there's not a lot of, kind of like the West End. If you live in this part of the West End, for some reason, business owners feel like they should put it in Short Pump. I hate Short Pump. If any of you live in Short Pump, I apologize. I just don't like it out there.
Yeah.
And I
A
don't.
lot of traffic.
I've been to Short Pump maybe 3 times in the last 10 years. I just don't go.
Yeah.
And I feel like people that are only building businesses out there are short-sighted, because these are much older, more established neighborhoods, and the people that live here for generations. And
Oh, yeah.
so the businesses that are in this area have stayed open for generations. And, I mean, if you look at Melito's around the corner from here, that place, it's a staple for Richmond.
Right.
It's I can't think of a time that it wasn't there. And
Not in my lifetime, though.
yeah, I feel like it's short-sighted to not look at this area for business. And, that's one of the reasons I like living here, is because there is so much charm and all this stuff. I don't want to live in a cookie-cutter type of place.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You really summed up a lot about what I love about Tuckahoe, too. I grew up here, went off to college, grad school, came back, lived in the fan for a while, and wound up back in Tuckahoe. So, I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't seem too short-sighted, but
I don't think so. It's
yeah,
nice out here.
it is. It is.
Actually, it's funny because I only bought a house out here originally because I bought a nice car for the first time, and people kept bumping it downtown, and I was like, I need a garage. That was the only reason I bought a house.
Right, yeah.
And now I wouldn't want to go back to downtown.
Yes.
One, people would still bump my car. And I actually own a car just for driving downtown, but I don't care if people bump it.
Right, gotcha.
It's kind of weird.
The second car, that's the
beater.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you go to the other restaurants. Yeah.
But I love living out here. So.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate having Mac talk to us, and he is officially our first interview for our new Tuckahoe specific website, so really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
And everybody check out McCormack's Big Whiskey Grill here at Regency, and even though there is some construction going on, and there will be for a little while, he's open for business, lots of choices, and definitely come check it out. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.